my name is Sasha. Welcome back to my channel, Sash Reads, and this is my February wrap-up. I know it's super late, but I actually have time to film. I've been able to do this random little setup. But yes, let's just get into it. So in February, I read 11 books, which is not my best month, but February is usually my low month. I don't know why. Something happens in February where I don't know, I don't slump. I just stop reading. That's probably what slumping's called, hey. Anyway, according to Storygraph, that's 1,388 pages and 85.45 hours. So I do listen to a lot of audiobooks now, seeing as I've got to run kids to school 5 days a week, twice a day, and it's like half an hour drive. So that's on 2 times speed. That's like 4 hours to listen to. I'm not mad about it, okay? 8 audiobooks, 2 ebooks, and 1 physical book. 2 5-star reads, 4 4.5 stars, 2 4-star reads, and 3 3-star reads. I think I'll do lowest rating up to my highest rating of the month. So the 3 3-star books are actually all part of a series, all by the one author, and that is the Swift Hat Trick trilogy by Hannah Cowan. I read Lucky Hit, Between Periods, and Blissful Hook, which is books 1, 1.5, and 2. Hannah Cowan is an author going to Babe at the end of May, and look, there are just some fun, easy listens to. The first book, Lucky Hit, really has no conflict. It's about this boy who meets this girl at a party, and then they go their separate ways, and then a couple months later at the boy's new college, he meets the girl again. He is an up-and-coming star in hockey. She really just wants to like focus on her schoolwork. There's no conflict, to be honest. From what I'm remembering, it was quite boring. It was quite unrememberable. Yeah. And then the second book, Between Periods, was kind of fun. So this is about everyone in the friend group going to Mexico, I think, for a tropical vacation. So you got the main 2 characters from the first book, his sister and his 2 best friends. Well, his best friend and then her best friend, who is also on the hockey team. And now his best friend and his sister has this weird, like, she's had a crush on him for years, but now that she's like grown up, he's like kind of into it, and but he keeps like saying no, and there's like that tension there. And so they hook up on this holiday, and then kind of moves into the second book, which is about the best friend and the sister. And it's a lot like Gracie and Tyler, they're supposed to be off limits, they're not meant to be together. I like the conflict because it's like taboo, like forbidden, like they're not meant to be together. So I preferred this over the first one, but it still just was whatever, you know. Okay, let's go on to our 4-star reads of the month. Oh, I read Bloodmarked by Tracy Dion, and oh my goodness, I was so happy to be back in this world. I was kind of slogging the first half there because I'm like, I don't care about Arthur and all that. I know it's like an Arthur retelling, but I really liked she was also like working with the root magic and stuff too. But the second half of this book really got the ball rolling, and it was like pretty full on, like dun 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 dun. Glad I read it just before Oathbound came out, so I'm be able to like get stuck right into Oathbound. Yeah, I love Bree. I love Selwyn Kane. I love him so much. And if she chooses Nick, look, honestly, I hope it's like a little poly triangle happening, because Selwyn and Nick kind of had this thing going on too. So if it's, I would not be mad at all. I then read Under One Roof by Ali Hazelwood, which is for my coffin cover challenge, because you have to read a book with a bed on the cover. This came in right at the 11th hour. It was the last day of February. I didn't like the book I was reading. Found this audiobook. It's 3.5 hours long. Smashed it out. And it was, 4 stars. Typical Ali Hazelwood. The 2 love interests don't know that they like each other, and they just don't understand that the actions the other one is doing actually means that they like them and not that they're like standoffish. I don't know. People keep saying that she has very different books. But in the 3, this will be number 4, because I've read Bride, Love on the Brain, Love Hypothesis, and then Under One Roof. All 4 of them, the girl is like, he hates me because he's so grumpy, and like he just froze when I touched him, and it's like, girl, get a grip, please. On to our 4.5 star ratings of the month. There's 4 of them. And I read Nocturnal by Cleo Evans. This was for a vlog, which I have, unfortunately, I think I've put the footage somewhere that I can't access right now. So there will be a vlog as soon as I get my life sorted, but unfortunately right now there is no vlog. So I don't know if I should talk about this. I'll just say, yeah, I gave it 4.5 stars. I loved the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde aspect. It's very smutty. He uses his tree limbs for things. I just love a man that is feral for a woman, okay? And then I read Luxuria as well for this vlog. This book. If you just want a monster romance where the girl, like, does not care that he's a monster and she's like, come on, let's just get to the fucking, like, this is the book for you. Literally, it's an arranged marriage. She comes from, like, Monster Hunter realm, but she got kicked out because she was drawing lewd drawings of monsters and her. So when an arranged marriage came along, they're like, oh, we know who to choose. And she's like, I cannot wait to fuck this guy, like this demon, like, but he thinks her horny scent is actually her fear scent. And so he's like, I'm not going to touch her with a 10-foot pole because I don't want to scare her. She's like, do I have to call him daddy? Like, what do I have to do to, like, get this guy to, like, fuck me? And I'm like, I need more books like this, please. I also listened to A Song of Wraiths and Ruins by Roseanne A. Brown, and I cannot believe I put this book off for so long. The storytelling, the world building, the magic system, all of it is just so good, and I cannot wait to get to the second one prompto. That's probably not a word. I just had a lot of fun, and the ending was holy cow crazy. So yes, I definitely need to get a second one ASAP. I also listened to The Partner Plot by Christina Forrest, and I enjoyed this one so much more than the first one. I did a vlog last year, I think, with Shani from Shani and Books, where she recommended me read the first one. I hated it. Stupid. I hated it. Sorry, Shani. But this second book, I don't know what about, like, second chance romance. It just, and, like, they fake marry, like, they get married in Vegas, but because it's a Vegas wedding, it's like not viable, whatever. But she tells this, because she's a fashion designer, and she is doing this really important interview, and she tells the interviewee, she's like, oh yeah, I manage, like, family life so well, I even have a husband now. She doesn't. She's got old mate from high school who she accidentally married in Vegas, but nothing came from it. And so, old mate from high school works now at the high school and gets to work one day, and the receptionist is like, you didn't tell us you married her. And they're like, what? It's just all spirals from there, and I loved it so much. And I'm very excited to get to the next one because it's a single mom. I can tell, like, she doesn't want to allow herself to have any fun. But Angel is going to come in and give her life chaos, and I'm so for it. And then the last 2 books I'm going to talk about in this video are, one's a reread, one's a release that doesn't come out till April, but I got an ARC and I read it straight away. But I won't talk about that yet because that's going to be my favorite of the month. But first I'm going to talk about my reread, which is You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Kweke Emezi. This was the Lair Bloody read for February, and I was so happy that it got picked because I was able to listen to it because I didn't get to listen to it the first time. And I think the audiobook is so well done. Read it with your eyes, listen to it with your ears, I don't care, just pick up this book. I love how messy Faye is. I love how messy this book is. I love how it talks about grief, and it talks about family and right and wrong, and just, I love it with all my heart. And I think every one of you should pick this book up, okay? Okay. I also, while I was reading this book, by the way, the publisher emailed me and was like, hey, we know that you liked or read one of the galleys of this author's previously. Would you like a galley of their new book? And I was like, yes, please, thank you. What are the odds? So I thought that was pretty cool. And then last but not least, favorite book of the month, I read Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. This is the 4th book and the finale to the Rebel Blue Ranch series. And I literally squealed in the car when the email came in. Downloaded it straight away. It was a Friday afternoon. I was picking my kid up from school. I finished it Sunday afternoon. I went balls deep, man. Balls deep. This book made me cry. It's like bittersweet, you know, because you have like, you feel kind of like you're part of the gang, you're part of the family once you've read all 4 books and you get to this book and then like you're leaving it. I just love Dusty's and Cam's story as well because they're also a second chance. You find out what happened in the past, why they broke up. Dusty's a single mum and Cam is kind of just running away, but he's here to stay now and he's like telling Dusty, like, I'm here to stay, okay? I'm here for you. That's the wrong way around. My bad. Anyway, so much growth. I loved it. 5 stars all across the board. And I think I'm definitely going to reread it once it does release in April. Those are the 11 books that I read in February. Let me know down below, what did you read? What was your favorite book that you read in February? I would love to know. If you got to the end of this video, pop a cowboy emoji for Wild and Wrangled, because it was the bomb diggity. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos by me. And if you want to be my friend, you can also add me on Goodreads, Instagram, and Storygraph. It's just at Sash Reads. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time. Bye.